It's been 3 weeks since we've been back in the wheel of a go-kart, and well, this weekend we head back to Ipswich, but with a slightly altered challenge on our hands. We basically got a different track layout to negotiate with. So some adjustments around turn 8 to turn 9 and 10, as well as the last couple corners in the last sector. So we'll see all that, how that goes today. But apart from that, our usual practice day begins with a very, very old set of tyres, not just used from the last club round, which was like 2 months ago, but also from the night of the Supercar Showdown that we did. I will do a video on that. It's just been very delayed because I've been very busy with work life, trying to stay on top of sleep schedule and everything. And also missing the gym, which I really hated. But at the same time too, as much action as I desire to be in, as much physical wear from the gym as I love to have, prioritizing peace just really isn't that bad of a thing to do. Especially if you're a young adult like me, being 24, about to go 25. You know, having some peace in your life is good. Knowing what you can work, what your work balances are, you know. But at the same time too, I kind of regret the chance of not wanting to see how I perform when the odds are against me. And I think that's just a test of life, and ultimately that wasn't something I was really willing to push through. So I think I negotiated more comfort and peace in this regard compared to actually doing any sort of moderate amount of training like what I normally do outside of go-karts and everything. Let's talk the race meet. Round 6 out of 8 of Ipswich Kart Club. Restricted, it's a very small race meet. Restricted medium only has 7 people. So what's going on, guys? I mean, what kind of a show are we running here? Did you get tired? Did you not have your protein? Did you decide to seek comfort, peace, rather than the raw, hardcore adrenaline and speed you feel when you're like an inch off the ground in a go-kart? Did your balls drop off? What happened? Come on, man. We're probably about 12 minutes out from the track and I still need to get fuel, so I reckon we just cut straight to there. jacks on the tiller. Color me curious. I want to check something. Yes. Okay. Maybe could try a bit more toe, but we'll do that in a minute. Might just try what a little bit of less front track width does first, before we go and make any freaky changes. Right, well, I think we're good here.
Are you sure about that?
Tyres looking over. Oh. Front tyres are looking a little bit shit, but I assure you they are fine. But, yeah. Go enjoy the rest of our day. Well, somebody woke up late. Don't know who that would have been. Couldn't be me. But anyway, it's Saturday, 6:43. Probably a good half hour away from the track. And yeah. Friday was not great, but not terrible. I mean, driving on tyres that are like 150 laps plus is never ideal. I mean, you're always going to be about at least a good half a second down, probably at the very most, if you're driving really well and know how to drive on old tyres compared to new. I'm hoping, for quality's sake, I can get down to at least a 49.4. That's kind of my target. If I can get any lower than that, well, you know, that's over satisfactory. But it must be said, I really do love this new layout. But as far as the racing goes regarding other classes, it's going to be very interesting as to where they pick their spot to pass, whether they choose to make an overtake in these slightly altered corners, which if they do, it's going to be a big risk. And definitely like the last corner, how it sort of like skews into such a right angled corner, like 90 degrees. It would be very interesting to watch, but yeah. But no, I enjoyed the layout. I'm actually quite a fan of the blind left-hander that is like the second last corner. I do love that. In fact, I was putting the front tyre through so much force in that corner that I could quite literally hear it skirting, like, under all the force it was taking while I was, like, going over and leaning around the corner. So that was also pretty cool. I don't know if that's ideal, but I mean, if I'm driving the tyre hard and using all of it, then yeah, it's got to count for something, right? Whether that be positive or negative, I'm not too sure. Oh, look at that. That's convenient. Come to a train track crossing and the gates are lifting. How at most splendid. And there's a green light too. Even better. About... yeah. But racing against 6 people today, or 5 people now. One of them decided to go to the Masters. Thinks that he was too good for us, apparently. But anyway. What's the guy doing? No indicator. Classic Commodore driver. Well, anyway. I'm about to enter the highway, and I'm about to enter into stealth attack mode, if you know what I mean. So, I think right now, I gotta get there just in time for the driver's briefing, put all my cameras and shit on, and then kick off qualifying. So, let's just cut straight to the action for today.
In the 7. Row number 2 will be Justin Voigt in the 14 and Scott Jordan in the 41. Rounding out the field will be Corey Donnelly in the 61 and Callum Sanderson in the 6. We're away in racing for 11 minutes plus 1 lap, and into the lead goes Riley Vandenbroek. He wants to get into the lead early and does so. No messing around for RVDB. Then it is DeSalvo, Voigt, Jordan, Sanderson and Donnelly. No, Donnelly up to 5, Sanderson down to 6. For RHQ. Down towards Video Pro. It is Vandenbroek. Then it is DeSalvo. And it's Justin Voigt, Scott Jordan, Callum Sanderson, Corey Donnelly. Sorry, Corey Donnelly and Callum Sanderson. So it is Vandenberg, DeSalvo, Voigt. 1 to go. Vandenberg leads by 3.3 seconds over Sebastian DeSalvo. Out of Video Pro and up to Autobahn. Sanderson, don't you dare pull in now. You got 1 lap. No, he's pulling in. Down the back straight. Drew Howards. And out of on-site rental grid for the last time. Your winner in the final for tag restricted mediums, Riley Vandenbroek. Second will be Sebastian DeSalvo. Third will be Justin Voigt, and rounding out the field will be Scott Jordan.
Pizza time.
Well, welcome back to another Kart Talk. Except, this is 2 days after the race meet. We're not driving home from track. We are in fact driving home from work. It is 1:53 in the morning, and I am starving, hungry, slightly tired. But anyway, the race meet was a bit of a disappointing turnout numbers-wise. It was quiet, a very somewhat dominant victory, I'll put it, even though first heat I technically finished first, because whoever was in front of me, Sebi DeSalvo, he got a 10-second penalty for a jump start, which was unfortunate on his part, but due to some shenanigans behind, he still managed to finish second, even with a 10-second penalty, because the other 4 were jousting around, as I'll put it. Yeah, so we come away with a W, took the pole position, took the 2 heat wins, 1 on a technicality, took the final, and I believe even a track record on this new layout. The layout was actually really fun to drive around. I certainly loved it. Something new to deal with. Loved the fact that I could take turn 11 exit a little bit wider and then can run that through to the following adjusted turn 12 and take a different approach at turn 13. That's a friggin' bird. Get off the road. Birds at 1:56 a.m. in the morning, really? I don't think so. What's going on with that? But anyway. Yeah, just another simple, dominant victory. Kind of change the theme up a little bit here. I will admit, the Ipswich content this year has been pretty lacking. A, because I'd imagine that my one-track wonder, which in that respect I know I'm not, but you know what I'm saying. My one-track dominance is beginning to bore people, I think. And I don't mean that in a disrespect. I mean that just simply because I haven't really been challenging myself this year. So we need to try and do a little bit more going into next year. And hopefully in this month, time permitting, I can actually get down to racing Toowoomba in about 3 weeks time, I think it is, 2 weeks time. and go race that track, because it's a track I really want to improve on. It's not that I'm bad on that track, it's just I sort of hit a plateau where I'm average. So I need to get back there. I need to figure out what to do better around that track. And there'll be some decent competition down there, so I'd like to think that there would be, even if it's short but has some good names to race amongst there. I'd be happy enough to be challenged by. So yeah, but until then, in the meantime, I guess it's just work hard, chill during the day, spend some time at the gym, train hard, eat well, sleep well, and try to live a bit of life a little bit until then. But, no, overall, round 6 was a good weekend. Good to spend with a bit of friendship involved, even if it was a quiet one on my end. But it was another good venue to spectate. Ipswich Kart Club always bringing the goods, whether it be racing or watching from the sidelines. But anyway, I think I'm gonna leave the video there. There's not really much else to really talk about in this one, like what I did at the beginning. So just want to say thank you guys for tuning into this episode, and keep on racing until then, and I'll see you then.